Hello everyone. Once again, welcome back to my channel Study with Alka. I am your teacher Alka, and today in this video I will be discussing with you a very remarkable work of English literature titled as Beowulf. Yes, dear learners, Beowulf is considered as the first ever written epic poetry of English literary history, and it marks the beginning of English literature. Okay, it is a very remarkable work, a very notable work of Old English language, and also a very important topic for every student of English literature. So without further ado, let's begin. Beowulf as an epic poem. Yes, let's begin with the fact that the Old English work, or the first ever written long narrative poem of English history, Beowulf, is an epic poem. Now, what is an epic poem? An epic poem is a kind of a lengthy poetic work that talks about the heroic deeds and events that involve the bravery and battle of a character which holds some kind of supernatural element or some kind of divine power. Okay, so basically epic poetry is a kind of a tribute, is a kind of a heroic praise of a character which has got some kind of divine power, some kind of supernatural element. Okay, they are mostly set on the theme of good versus evil, or on the theme of bravery and battles. Okay, so Beowulf is an Old English epic written in about 3182 lines. So total lines कितने थे इसमें? तो 3182 lines थे. एंड अगर इसके राइटिंग स्टाइल की बात करें तो डियर लर्नर्स, Beowulf was written in an alliterative verse style. Alliterative verse style का मतलब क्या है? जैसे आज की पोएम्स में हमें मोस्टली राइमिंग स्कीम्स और राइम्स देखने को मिलते हैं, ओल्ड इंग्लिश के टाइम में, एंग्लो सैक्सन एज में जो पोइट्रीज लिखी जाती थी, जो नैरेटिव्स लिखे जाते थे, जो एपिक वर्क्स लिखे जाते थे, वो मोस्टली एलिट्रेटिव स्टाइल में होता था. वहां पर एलिट्रेशन का ज्यादा यूज होता था. आई होप यू आर वेल अवेयर अबाउट व्हाट एक्चुअली एलिट्रेशन मीन्स. Alliteration is basically repetition of consonant sounds, right, in a line, और इस तरह से एक kind of rhythm form होता था alliteration का use करके, ना कि rhyme का use करके. Okay, so Beowulf is an old epic written in an Old English language, and it was written in around 3182 lines using alliterative verse style. Okay, now if we talk about the source of preservation कि हमें actually Beowulf manuscript कहाँ से मिला, तो Beowulf manuscript was a part of novel codex. Okay, Beowulf manuscript एक बहुत ही important manuscript है, and ये part है novel codex का. वहां से हमें Beowulf के बारे में जानकारी मिलती है. Beowulf का preservation कहाँ हुआ? तो novel codex, which is a very important manuscript, a source of manuscript for Anglo-Saxon age. वहां से हमें Beowulf के बारे में जानने को मिलता है. Okay, now if we talk about the date of composition of Beowulf, please note that there is no exact date of composition of Beowulf. ठीक है, although it is argumented that it was written somewhere between 8th to 11th century CE, ठीक है, but exact date of composition is unknown. Also, just like the date of composition, the authorship of this work Beowulf is also unknown. Okay, अगर हम Beowulf के author की बात करें तो there is no name that can be given. Okay, author of Beowulf is unknown. Most of the time we refer to him as Beowulf's poet. Okay, now if we talk about the setting of this epic narrative poem, obviously it's an epic poem, so it deals with a story, and this whole story is set in Scandinavia. Okay, in various parts of Scandinavia, which is today's Denmark and Sweden. Okay. तो इसकी सेटिंग कहाँ है, इसका जो होल प्लॉट है, इसकी सेटिंग पार्ट्स ऑफ स्कैंडिनेविया में है. एंड नाउ इफ वी टॉक अबाउट द characters of this poem, it deals with various characters, but the main character, the protagonist, the title character of this poem is Beowulf. Beowulf is considered as a legendary figure of Old English period. He is marked as someone who is brave, who is courageous, and holds some superhuman power. Okay. Beowulf is a royal prince of Geats and is very brave to face any kind of situation. Okay. तो अगर Beowulf के कैरेक्टर की बात करें, he symbolizes bravery, he symbolizes courage, he symbolizes kingship. Okay. Beowulf is the prince of Geats, which is the part of Sweden's southern Sweden. And when he hears about the miserable time, about the struggles of King Hrothgar, Hrothgar is the king of Denmark. When he listens about the trouble of Hrothgar, he comes to Hrothgar, he enters Denmark, and he is ready to face the monster Grendel. Okay. So the main character of this narrative is Beowulf. And the other characters are Hrothgar, who is the king of Denmark, and the antagonist of this narrative poem is Grendel. Grendel is the monster who is troubling the land of Denmark, and he needs to be killed. He needs to be assassinated by Beowulf. Okay, Beowulf comes to Denmark, he fights with Grendel and kills Grendel. But then arrives the second character, that is Grendel's mother. Grendel's mother challenges Beowulf, and then Beowulf fights his second battle with Grendel's mother. He is now successful also in killing Grendel's mother. So Grendel भी मर जाता है, उसकी मदर Grendel की मदर भी डेथ हो जाती है. Beowulf wins the two battles of his life, which he fights in Denmark. But then arrives the third battle, which he fought in a very later stage, जब वो बहुत बूढ़ा हो चुका है. Now Beowulf is the king of Geats, and he had to fight a devil, a dragon. अब यहाँ पर जब ड्रैगन से उसका वॉर होता है, तो फाइनली हमें एंड में पता चलता है कि ड्रैगन को मारते मारते Beowulf की भी डेथ हो जाती है. ओके. सो अगर हम इस पोएट्री के थीम की बात करें, तो इट डील्स विद द थीम ऑफ हीरोइज्म, इट डील्स विद द कल्चर एंड रॉयल्टी ऑफ Anglo-Saxon एज, बट इट ऑल्सो डील्स विद द थीम ऑफ मोर्टैलिटी. ठीक है, मोर्टैलिटी के थीम को भी ये डिस्कस करता है. It displays, it presents the idea that everything, no matter how powerful, everyone, no matter how powerful you are, you have to die at some point of life, because Beowulf की भी डेथ हो जाती है. So major themes की अगर बात करें, तो यहाँ पर हमें थीम्स में ब्रेवरी दिखता है, हीरोइज्म दिखता है, रॉयल्टी की बात होती है, किंगशिप की बात होती है, लॉयल्टी की बात होती है, एंड मॉर्टैलिटी की भी बात होती है. ओके. So I hope you are clear about the important characters of Beowulf, which is the main character Beowulf, the antagonist Grendel, Grendel's mother, and also the king Hrothgar. In fact, dragon is also a very important character of this whole narrative poem. And somehow I have discussed about the plot of this narrative, that the king Hrothgar, who is the king of Denmark, is troubled by the monster Grendel. He talks about his problem to Beowulf, who is a legendary figure, who is well known for his bravery, for his heroism. He is the Prince of Geats. When Beowulf gets aware about the trouble of Denmark, he comes to Denmark in order to help Hrothgar and protect the people of Denmark from the monster Grendel. He fights his first battle in Denmark with Grendel. He kills Grendel. Then Grendel's mother challenges him. He fights with Grendel's mother and he kills her too. And then the third battle of his life happens with the king, with the dragon, that led to his own death. And this happens in the very later stage when when Beowulf was the king of Geats himself. Okay, so I hope you are clear with these important facts of about Beowulf. So, Beowulf is an epic poem that deals with the theme of good versus evil, the theme of monstrous characters, the theme of kingship, the theme of royalty, the theme of bravery, and the theme of heroism. Okay, I hope you are clear with every information about Beowulf. If this video helped you, please don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and comment down below if you have anything to ask from me. Okay, thank you.